Hello, my name is Brynn, and I wrote the Dancing Chipmunks. One summer morning, in a hole of a large tree trunk, lived a little chipmunk named Tiny. She was dancing all around her home. Her mother called her to the kitchen. "Tiny, time for breakfast." Tiny came dancing down the hole into the kitchen. "There's my little chipmunk," said her mother. Tiny giggled. Then she sat down at the wooden table and started eating her peanut pancakes. Suddenly, the Acorn bus came to pick up Tiny for school. Finally, the bus got to Acornville Elementary School. When Tiny sat down at her desk, she was just thinking of a new dance. Tiny has been dancing since she was 2. She has been taking dance lessons at the Acornville Dance Academy. 3 hours later, it was lunch. Tiny sat by her best friend, Minnie. When they were done eating, they went outside for recess. By the time they got outside for recess, Tiny and Minnie got right to practicing their new dance. They were moving and grooving. Unexpectedly, a Broadway manager spotted them practicing their dance. The manager said to them, "Hi girls, I'm a Broadway manager, and you two are great dancers. I would like to ask if you two would like to be on Broadway." The girls were overjoyed, screaming, hugging each other, and thanking the manager. The girls ran up to the teacher with the manager. "I think those two are great dancers," said the manager, "and I want them to be on Broadway. Is this possible?" The teacher was puzzled. She walked them to her classroom and called their mothers. After the mothers heard what the teacher said, they ran to the classroom and were just overjoyed. We heard the news," said the moms together. "Should we go now?" asked Minnie. "If you'd like to," said the manager. "Well, what are we waiting for?" shouted Tiny. "Let's go." So off they went to the parking lot where the manager led them to a limousine. It was so cool. "Are we riding in this?" asked Tiny. "Yep," said the manager proudly. 2 days later, they were in New York on the street Broadway. The limo came to a stop, and they were there. They walked into the Armstrong Theater. "Wow," said Minnie. "I'm speechless," cried Tiny. "Now," said the manager, "let's get to practicing that dance of yours, shall we?" The girls were dancing away. A cameraman was filming them, and Tiny and Minnie were on TV. When the girls were done, the cameraman said, "Wow, you two are really good." The girls giggled. The manager blurted out, "You two were great. Tomorrow you have a live dance show. You will be in the theater dancing and on TV dancing, okay?" "Okay," the girls said together. "It's time," said Minnie. It was the night they were performing. Finally, the girls walked very gracefully onto the stage with their purple and blue tutus. The girls started in first position, which is when their feet are like a V. The girls began their dance, and their tails started to shake. Finally, the dance was over. All the chipmunks were throwing flowers and roses. The girls were stars. They were so happy. The girls went backstage to take off their tutus. Their moms and the manager walked back in. "You two were great," said Tiny's mom. "You two were fabulous," said Minnie's mom. "You girls did awesome," said the manager. "You girls did so good that you made $1 million, and all the money is going to you." Tiny, Minnie, Minnie's mom, and Tiny's mom were all overjoyed, happy, screaming, and dancing. They were all hugging each other, even the manager. "This is so great," screamed Tiny. "This is awesome," yelled Minnie. Unexpectedly, the girls' favorite dancers walked into the dressing room. It was Zendaya and Bella Thorne. "It's Zendaya," screamed Tiny. "That's Bella Thorne," cried Minnie. "You girls did so good," said Zendaya. "No kidding," said Bella. Tiny and Minnie were so happy. "How could this day get any better?" cheered Minnie. "Well, your wish just came true," said Bella. "Would you like to go on tour with us?" "Yes," Tiny and Minnie screamed together. "And," said Zendaya, "would you like to dance with us on TV for a week?" "Yes," Tiny and Minnie screamed just a bit louder. The next thing you know, the girls were on TV with Zendaya and Bella Thorne for a week. The show is called Shake It Up and is very popular with the dance company and everyone else, even adults. They became very good dancers and very famous. They lived in a mansion and lived happily ever after. The end.